The Board of Control for Cricket in India, or BCCI, started as a modest organization in 1928. Imagine, if you will, a group of cricket enthusiasts gathering in Delhi with a shared passion for the sport, but little else. Their goal was simple: to promote the game of cricket in India, a country that was still under British rule. The BCCI was born out of these humble beginnings, with just 6 full members: the cricket associations of Bombay, Madras, Punjab, Sindh, United Provinces, and the Cricket Club of India. Its initial years were filled with struggles, as the BCCI grappled with limited resources and the challenge of unifying the cricketing landscape across a vast and diverse country. Yet despite these challenges, the BCCI was able to make significant strides. In 1932, just 4 years after its inception, the BCCI managed to arrange a tour of England. This tour marked India's entry into the international cricket arena, a momentous occasion that signified the BCCI's determination to put Indian cricket on the global map. Throughout the next several decades, the BCCI continued to navigate through the ups and downs, remaining steadfast in its mission. The organization faced and overcame countless obstacles, from financial difficulties to the complexities of managing a sport that was rapidly gaining popularity across the nation. Key figures played instrumental roles during this period. Men like Anthony de Mello, the first secretary of the BCCI, who is often credited for his visionary leadership. His contributions, among others, helped shape the early years of the BCCI and laid the foundation for what it would eventually become. By the early 1980s, the BCCI had established itself as a recognizable entity within the cricketing world. However, it was still largely seen as a sporting organization rather than the business powerhouse it would become. The BCCI had yet to tap into the massive potential that cricket held in India. By 1983, BCCI was a known entity, but its true potential was yet to be unleashed. 1983 was a watershed year for BCCI, as India's unexpected victory in the Cricket World Cup brought the sport into the limelight. This was a year that changed the course of cricket's history in India, and the way the Board of Control for Cricket in India, or BCCI, operated. The Indian cricket team's triumph over the mighty West Indies in the World Cup final was nothing short of a fairy tale. A team, relatively unheralded on the global stage, had bested cricketing giants. The victory was not just a sports headline, but a national celebration, a moment of immense pride that united every corner of the country. This victory was the turning point for cricket in India. Suddenly, cricket was more than just a sport. It was a passion, a religion if you may, with millions of fans tuning into matches and cheering for their heroes. The surge in popularity was unprecedented, and the BCCI saw an opportunity to grow, to evolve. The BCCI capitalized on this newfound popularity, turning the sport into a lucrative business. It understood the potential of cricket as a revenue-generating machine and worked towards harnessing this potential. Sponsorships started pouring in, television rights were sold at astronomical rates, and the sport was commercialized like never before. The BCCI, which had until then been a relatively modest organization, began to transform. It became more organized, more professional. There was a clear vision: to make India a global cricketing powerhouse. And the World Cup victory was the catalyst for this transformation. The World Cup win was not just about lifting a trophy, it was about lifting a nation. It was about giving millions of people something to celebrate, something to unite them. And for the BCCI, it was about seeing the potential in a sport that was loved by millions. The World Cup victory was the spark that ignited the transformation of BCCI into a cricketing powerhouse. A victory that started a domino effect, setting in motion a series of events that would change the future of cricket in India forever. Post-1983, BCCI began to grow rapidly, both in terms of financial strength and global influence. A series of strategic decisions and key events from 1983 to 2000 propelled the Board of Control for Cricket in India, or BCCI, to the forefront of the cricketing world. BCCI's journey to becoming a global powerhouse was not a matter of chance, but a result of careful planning and execution. The board realized the untapped potential of cricket as a revenue generator and began to exploit it. With the increasing popularity of the sport, especially after the 1983 World Cup victory, cricket became a lucrative business opportunity. One of the pivotal moments in this journey was the decision to sell television rights. The advent of satellite television in the late 80s completely changed the game. BCCI took the bold step of selling the broadcasting rights of cricket matches, a move that was unheard of at the time. This decision not only filled the coffers of BCCI, but also increased the popularity of the sport exponentially. Another significant development was the shift in the power dynamics within the International Cricket Council, or ICC. Traditionally, England and Australia had held the reins, but BCCI began to challenge this dominance. With its growing financial might and increasing influence, BCCI was able to sway decisions in its favour, shaping the future of global cricket. Moreover, BCCI's investment in infrastructure and player development cannot be overlooked. The establishment of world-class cricket stadiums and training facilities across the country, coupled with an emphasis on nurturing young talent, ensured a continuous supply of high-caliber players. This not only strengthened the Indian team, but also enhanced BCCI's stature on the international stage. What started as a humble cricket board, BCCI transformed into a global power, steering the direction of the sport worldwide. The blend of strategic moves, financial acumen, and a constant focus on player development were instrumental in this transformation. By the turn of the century, BCCI had firmly established itself as a global cricketing authority. Its influence was felt far and wide, and it continues to shape the future of cricket even today. The launch of the Indian Premier League in 2008 marked a new era of innovation for BCCI. With this grand move, BCCI took the cricketing world by storm, transforming not just the way cricket was played, but also how it was perceived both in India and around the globe. The Indian Premier League, or IPL as it's fondly known, was a game-changer. It was a bold step, a fusion of sports and entertainment that brought cricket into the homes and hearts of millions. The concept of city-based franchises, the introduction of the player auction system, and the format of 2020 cricket all made cricket more exciting and engaging. Let's not forget, IPL was not just about the cricket, it was about the spectacle. It was about bringing Bollywood and cricket, two of India's biggest passions, onto the same stage. It was about creating a platform where international and domestic players could share the field, learn from each other, and showcase their talent to the world. The success of the IPL triggered a ripple effect, inspiring other cricketing nations to launch their own leagues. But none could match the glamour, the excitement, and the sheer scale of the IPL. But IPL was not the only feather in BCCI's innovation cap. The organization continuously experimented with various formats and tournaments. It introduced day-night test matches, hosted the first ever pink ball test in India, and launched the women's IPL exhibition matches, all aimed at promoting and expanding the reach of cricket. The IPL and these innovative steps taken by BCCI have had a profound impact on cricket. They have not only increased the popularity of the sport, but have also provided a platform for young talent to shine. They have turned cricket into a lucrative profession and have made BCCI one of the richest cricketing bodies in the world. With the IPL, BCCI not only revolutionized cricket, but also cemented its position as a global cricketing powerhouse. Through innovation and foresight, BCCI has ensured that cricket in India continues to evolve, keeping pace with the changing times and the ever-growing expectations of its passionate fans. As we stand in 2023, BCCI is not just an organization, but a symbol of cricket's success in India. From its humble beginnings, the BCCI has metamorphosed into an influential cricketing body that commands respect and admiration from all corners of the globe. Today, it oversees a multitude of projects, ensuring the game's development at all levels, from grassroots to the international arena. Looking to the future, the BCCI has several intriguing plans on the horizon. It continues to innovate, fostering new talent and exploring fresh avenues for the sport's growth. It is also gearing up for future tournaments, ensuring that India's cricketing legacy continues to flourish.